actually designed multiple solutions that are all integrated into one complete package for this challenge. So as we can see here, this is one of our floating wave attenuators which we have built. So not only does this contain plants and vegetation to dissipate wave energy, it also contains museums and heritage trails, like this model of a museum right here, to demonstrate Singapore's maritime heritage, which I believe is also equally important for visitors of these attractions.
A way that we all used to look at building houses is that it requires deforestation and that trees have to be cleared from the area. However, going to URA made us realize that it does not have to be that way, and many of us were able to implement that into our houses. We found out that we could have greenery as part of our houses, and this could actually result in more plants being planted there rather than if there weren't a house there.
This is called the Health Arc, and basically what this does, we were tasked to make a glucose monitor and a heart rate sensor. So over here is basically the heart rate sensor. You can lift this flap and put your finger here to measure your heart rate, and the glucose sample would go in here, and there's like a cuvette inside where you can put the sample. And all this was created using Arduino coding, and also there's some 3D modeling involved. We basically integrated a lot of different features into this in order to make it a better user experience for people who want to use it.
My experience in the workshop has been very memorable and enriching at the same time. I made many new friends, learned a lot of new technical skills from them, and was actually open to a lot of new novel ideas that I've never considered before.
To me, this whole workshop was really engaging, like in general, because I got to work with students who are really well versed in the maths and sciences, and like students who are also better with the designing aspect. So it was really nice to see everybody come together as a team, and also it was really nice for us to apply what we have learned from the workshops into this project you can see right here. So this learning and application process really helped reinforce all the knowledge we learned throughout these 5 days.
On day 3, the professor was talking about his 3D printing, and I believe that actually helped inspire us in making the stone structures, because he actually he talked to us about his own research project with another professor. The two of them collaborated to actually 3D print a structure where can help provide a habitat for sea moss and other creatures like tiny crabs to actually live on, instead of like having to rely on only rough rock.
I think the major challenge that we faced was with the designing of the box. So actually, we initially wanted to print out the whole box, and we realized that it will actually take 4.5 hours and you'll hog up the whole machine. So it wasn't really viable. So what we had to do was that we had to make the box out of corrugated cardboard, and we only 3D printed the support structures to support the box. So that actually greatly reduced the printing time to 1 hour and allowed us to finish our project on time.
So we definitely faced a lot of challenges in designing the house itself, and we had to take a lot of time to first pause and think of what our plan is, how to design the house, and what exactly our structure will be before we continue. And I think even when engineering the house itself, a lot of things change from what you expect. Things don't really go according to plan. Like for example, we wanted 3 levels, but due to height limits and things like that, we only ended up with 2. And even for the roof itself, it was supposed to be bigger, but engineering limits, we made it smaller. So there are a lot of things that changed from the original plan, and a lot of things that we had to change on the spot.
I would say it's about the process of failing, then also working even more harder to actually try to troubleshoot and also try to improve the product. Because during especially on the last day itself, our product actually had a few problems, one after another. It was quite stressful for us, but throughout the whole process, our team was really bonded, and we worked together to actually find the problem. And in the end, we managed to solve it, which was really amazing to us.
Why I decided to join the workshop as a student mentor was because I love engineering very much, and I would like to inspire the next generation of engineers.
is to actually work with students, like GC students, to actually help them with basic circuiting and also give them knowledge on how to actually breadboard and also prototype things. Seeing the circuit comes together, seeing them work together was very inspiring for myself as well, and it gives me some rewarding feelings as well.
I think being from architecture and then experiencing this other side of the faculties, especially in terms of civil and environmental engineering, was quite interesting because in terms of built environment, we do work closely with all these fields, but we rarely get to actually interact with them. So it was quite a fun thing to see how things work on the other side. They have different priorities, different considerations, and then different resources to test. So I think it was quite eye-opening for me.
I genuinely enjoy mentoring students, and also because the cluster that I was in is regarding climate change and coastal protection, which really relates a lot to my major. So I thought it was a good way to really be exposed to this area, as well as to really see how I can help the students to think in any way possible that is very closely related to this field, and I can be able to guide them in any possible way.
I used to think that most of the people coming in are young, impressionable teens with a bright future ahead, regardless of what path they choose. They will mostly want to go into tech fields because that is the current trend these days, and especially for the theme that we're working on, which is engineering and sustainability. But actually going through the course, I realized that most of the students were able to find the similarities in both the things, and they thought that actually engineering and sustainability helped to boost their knowledge of tech that they already had.
Every team that embarks on a project or something, they always have that one moment where the team snaps and works together, and you can really tell that the team comes together in synergy and you can tell that their progress will move rapidly, and that is when you know that you successfully built a team that is able to deliver the project deliverables as well as just be a very successful bonded team.